Hey everyone, First T here. Thanks for checking out this YouTube channel. Congratulations, Jon Rahm, on winning the 2020 Memorial Tournament and becoming the world's top golfer. Here's his post-win virtual press conference interview.
Jon, great victory, amazing finish. What a dominating performance. A lot of things happened for you today. Number 8 in the FedEx Cup, you moved up to that spot. You win the Memorial Tournament at Jack Nicklaus's home, and you moved to number 1 in the official world golf ranking. A lot of drama at the end. Just talk about how you're feeling now that it's all over and you've clinched this victory.
I'm a person who I stay on competition mode for a little longer than I would like sometimes, and I process things so much later, right? Probably wake up in the morning still not have it processed. So I can't really explain it, you know. I've been going through a lot. Quarantine hasn't been easy for any of us. I did mention on my at the end of my interview, I have lost 2 family members through this pandemic. Not for the virus, but what the toll that it takes mentally to these people to be, you know, quarantine and just having to deal with a situation. And one of them was my grandma, the woman who next to my parents helped raise me. And yesterday they took her ashes back to Madrid because my family doesn't live in Madrid to be with the rest of her family, right? So it'd be so easy to get caught up on arbitrary things like the penalty stroke. And all I can say is, yes, that ball moved. As minimal as it was, it moved. I accept it. And it doesn't change the outcome of the tournament. It just puts a little bit of an asterisk in it in the sense of I wish I could just keep that birdie because it was one of the greatest shots of my life, right? But it's still easy to think on the tough times that a lot of people are having out there and the tough times we've gone through, right? So I'm incredibly proud to sit here and be the Memorial Tournament champion, win an event on the PGA Tour 4 years in a row, number 1 in the world. There's a lot of accomplishments today that are hard to believe I've done so early in my career. And you know, first win as a married man, which feels honestly really, really cool. I wish the rest of my family could be here with me, but for obvious reasons they can't. And well, I just hope everybody stays safe and we can get over this as soon as possible. We can enjoy life and resume it as it was before. But still, man, one of the best performances of my life. Yesterday was probably one of the best rounds of my life, and today, you know, finished it with some clutch up and downs, and God, I'm happy it happened that way. As a Spaniard, I'm kind of happy it happened that way.
Okay, we'll take some questions and we'll start with Daniel Rappaport from Golf Digest. Go ahead, Daniel.
Congratulations, Jon.
Thank
you had a pretty remarkable success right when you turned professional. I think you finished tied for 3rd in your first event, tied for 2nd in your 4th. How are you different as a player and as a man now than you were 4 years ago?
More mature. There's no chance I would have won this tournament 4 years ago. I can tell you that. How many times have you guys seen me dial back and hit so many 3-woods and 5-woods off a tee? I mean, hardly ever, right? So it shows to, you know, the little bit of work that I've been doing, or the lot of bit of work that I've been doing, and it's been changing. You know, I'm a person who, unfortunately, I'm fully aware I learn from mistakes. I act foolishly or not. I'll do my action and I'll learn from it, good or bad. And luckily, I've been pretty good at learning from my mistakes and getting a little bit better each time. And today was a clear example of it. I could have completely lost it many times. Maybe in the past I would have, but I didn't. I just kept fighting. I knew it was a complete grind, and it's a true honor to be now the Memorial Tournament champion, presented by Nationwide. It's, you know, everything linked to this, to be part of Jack's legacy. You know, I was probably pretty happy that the score was as low as it was. I was probably happy, played very difficult. You know, I've been dreaming of that handshake many times, and well, it was a fist bump because of the situation nowadays, but it's still a little cooler. How many people can say they got a congratulatory fist bump from Jack Nicklaus, right? So many things going on for my mind. Sorry if I got a little bit off topic, but again, I'll say I'm just more mature and a happier person, you know. It's as simple as that, and a lot of it, if not most of it, is credited to my wife. I wouldn't be here without her, so I'll say that'll probably be the biggest difference.
Thank you.
All right, next question. Looks like it's Steve D'Amiglio from USA Today. Go ahead, Steve.
Jon, when your 8-shot lead got down to 3, what are you thinking as you're walking into the 15th tee?
Well, it was not like I was hitting bad shots. It's just the margins of error are minimal on this golf course, on the conditions we were playing. So I just had to stay faithful in that sense. And I still was 3 up with with 4 holes to go. So I knew if I could finish with 4 pars, it was pretty much over. So the mission was to put that ball in the fairway and then basically play a 4-hole match against Ryan. And that's essentially what I did. I was able to save that par in 15 and take that 4-shot lead, what I thought was a 4-shot lead, into 17 after that great chip in, and after that was pretty much over. Just was trying to finish making pars. It's no easy feat to just make pars out here today. So that was my only mentality. Forget what had happened before and just focus on what I had to do at the moment. At the moment, I had to hit the fairway, hit the greens, and keep going.
Thank you, John.
Next question, Doug Ferguson, Associated Press. Go ahead, Doug.
John, did you think, was there any thought that that ball might have been in the water when it was in the air on 16? What were you worried about, and what were you hoping the outcome of the chip was before it went in?
There was no doubt that ball was over the water. If Ryan hit a normal 9-iron and cleared the way he did, I knew if I just hit it good contact, I was going to get over. My only concern was maybe going in the bunker or where it was going. If I get a soft bounce somehow and I'd be at the edge of the green, I know it's a dual up and down, but it just kicked left. And with the chip, I actually got a decent lie. It was sitting up, and obviously in the video now everybody can see. And honestly, I knew I could get it close. I knew I could get it within 10 feet, and that was my only concern. That was it. It was very easy to possibly go underneath that ball. So my only thought is just release the club, and if you catch it good, you have something inside 10 feet for par. But still, it came out perfect, landed just on the edge and released into the hole. And man, that was, the reaction says it all. It would have been really, really cool to see how that would have been with the crowd. That would have been pretty spectacular.
You had that on 14 at Workday last week, too, with no crowd. And real quickly, could you just kind of go over when you learned about the ball moving and what you saw when you saw it with the officials? Thanks.
Well, when Amanda said I had to talk to Slugger, I was a little confused. I'm like, what do I need a rules official for right now? And when they said something about the ball, still confused. I didn't see that ball move at all. I mean, I just never saw it. So had I seen it, I would have said something or maybe asked for a rules official and explain what happened and would have gone from there. But, I mean, he had to zoom in the iPad so much to see what was a very minimal oscillation that could have basically just been me putting the club down and all the grass just simply going down. It barely moves at all. I mean, everything goes down with it, but the rules of golf are clear, and the ball did move. Unfortunately, it's going to have a bittersweet feeling to was possibly one of the greatest shots of my career. The shot that this Sunday gave me the victory, but that goes to show. I accept the penalty. That goes to show that you have to fight till the end. I could have very easily maybe just give up on the up and down on 17 and 18 and finish with 2 bogeys. And possibly, after the penalty strokes, give myself a scare and possibly go into a playoff. And still fought hard. Every shot counts. I've always took pride, and I'm gonna fight on every shot. And got those 2 last up and downs as a true Spaniard would. And it is what it is. Then I talked to Slugger. I wasn't really happy about it at first just because he doesn't change the outcome of the tournament. And how many times does it happen in other sports where there's questionable calls of balls being inbounds, not inbounds, touchdowns being touchdowns, not touchdowns. Every other sport is a margin of error, and once the referee makes a decision, they move on. I know I didn't have a referee at this spot, but if it doesn't change the outcome of the tournament, does it really matter? Maybe. I accept what it is. It did move. It doesn't take anything from the day, though. It's still probably one of the greatest days of my life. And I know it doesn't sound like it because I'm still processing things. And maybe in a week I'll be completely just static about everything. But, proud that I did what I did. Proud that I chipped that in. And proud that I finished the way I did.
Great. Well done. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
All right, next question, Rex Hoggett, Golf Channel. Go ahead, Rex.
John, where does getting to world number 1 rank and everything that you've been able to accomplish in your career? Do you remember a time when you started thinking about maybe getting to that point?
Yeah, there was a time. I heard an interview with my golf coach back in Spain when I was younger, Eduardo Telles. He was saying how we're coming back from practicing somewhere or playing somewhere, and he asked me about my ambitions. I just started with them, and I believe I was 13, 14, around that age, and I said straight up, I want to be the best player in the world. I made that deal with myself very young. I believe at 13 or 14, I started working towards that goal, and everything I've done golf-wise has been to become number one in the world and become the best player I can be. And it's pretty surreal to think it's happened this quickly, right? In less than 10 years. I mean, how many people get to achieve a lifelong dream, a short lifelong dream in their mid-20s? It's incredible to be a Spaniard, the second Spaniard to ever do it. There's not that many Europeans that have gotten to that spot. It's a pretty unique feeling, so I'm going to enjoy it for a while.
Thank you.
Great. Next question, Brendan Quinn, The Athletic. Go ahead, Brendan.
Hey, John. Congratulations. Just to kind of build on that question and your comments there. So, does being number one fundamentally change anything for you? And
No.
what do you kind of see happening now?
Golf is just what I do. It's not who I am. It's the best way I can explain it. It's a goal accomplished. Yes. If anything, it fuels me to know that if I keep this trajectory, I'll be able to accomplish many more things in the future. It's added motivation that, I have the talent that I have and I need to keep working on it. It's as simple as that. But it doesn't change the core of who I am, honestly. Like I've been doing all week, I'm going to go home with my wife. We're probably going to watch a kid's movie like How to Train Your Dragon and go to sleep. Nothing is going to change. The one thing I'll do differently is I will go get a milkshake. I did not do it any of the competition days. I think Wednesday after the charity event is the last one I had, so I'm really looking forward to get a milkshake. But again, it won't change the person that I am, and I hope it never does. Nothing that I've done has changed the core person I am of the golf course. Like I said, golf is just a part of my life, is what I do. If I ever had to choose, and I've said this before, between being a good husband and a good father and a good golfer, I would always choose being a good husband and a good father. Golf is not that secondary in my life. I work hard for it, but I'd rather be a good person outside of it, and I take pride on that, and hopefully I can keep doing it. But again, still doesn't take from the amount of pride I feel with myself about doing it. But no, it doesn't change who I am.
Just real quick, do you anticipate more coming at you because you're now number one player in the world?
What do you mean more coming at me?
Whether it's not pressure, but sponsorships, responsibilities, interview requests, all these just these things that kind of the outside noise type stuff. Possibly,
Yeah, but that's a good thing. It's something we could learn from Arnold Palmer. Is part of the job. The attention is part of the job. I don't think any of us are out here looking for just fame or for the fame. We're out here to just play the best golf we can, but it is part of it's a part of the life that we're choosing to live. So I welcome it. It's I would say at this point it's well deserved. So if I have to do a couple more interviews, I'll do more interviews. It's just, again, it's not going to change my happiness at the end of the day.
Thank you.
All right, time for a couple more questions. Just one question each, please. Rob Oller, go ahead. Columbus Dispatch.
Hey, John, going back to 16, what does that shot do for you? I mean, is it a total...
Ooh, we lost you over there.
Rob.
Don't know what happened.
Rob, if you're not there,
What does that do?
Oh, so I couldn't hear you. I'm saying, what does that shot do, maybe to me as a player, or we couldn't hear you?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, well, my short game has been unbelievable all week. It's been so good, and I've gotten close to chipping in a couple times. Again, I'm not going to say I was thinking of chipping that one in, but it's just gives me a lot of confidence, man. It's something that things were struggling, and you always hear about people saying champions make it happen, and at that point I made it happen. Who knows what would have happened if I just put in the center of the green, 2-putt, Ryan makes par, now it's a 2-shot lead playing 2 holes instead of a 4-shot lead, right? So Well, it still was a 2-shot lead, but it's, for once I made it happen. In Dubai when I needed it, I made that birdie on 18, so I know coming down the stretch whenever I need to, I have the ability to do it. But what I have to work on now is how to not get to that point on 16 when I had such a big lead, right? So I think that's what I'll be focusing on for a while. But again, that shot just gives me the confidence that I know in the future, if I need to, I can rely on it to possibly get it done again. Sevi was looking out for me on that one.
Did the Tiger cheer pin at 16 cross your mind at all?
Yes. I've been lucky enough to make a putt on the 18th at Torrey Pines and have a pretty good reaction where he had an incredible reaction. And to chip in on a hole where he chipped in as well. I think no, his was a lot harder than mine, honestly. From where he was, water was in play. In my case, water wasn't in play. In very different situation, right? But still, it did cross my mind. Anytime, you can just see yourself in certain highlights, it is pretty incredible. Now, I'm pretty confident that in the future when they start saying I'll top X amount of shots at the Memorial Tournament, I hope that one's in there.
Thank you, well done.
All right, we'll take one final question from Michael Bamberger before we start the Spanish portion. Go ahead, Michael.
Thank you so much. John, you were very emotional when you defeated Tiger Woods at the Ryder Cup in Paris a couple of years ago. Now another iconic figure is part of your life, and Jack Nicklaus. Wondering what that name means to you. When did you become aware of him?
Well, you just mentioned the two greatest golfers of this game I've ever seen. It's pretty incredible, to survive the Golden Bears test this week. It's pretty surreal. This golf course was playing very, very difficult. It was tough, and to get it down and get that moment with Jack on the 18th is pretty incredible. 4 years ago, I was here as the Jack Nicklaus Award recipient, spending some time with him, asking him questions about Oakmont and how to play it, and just trying to pick his brain a little bit. And as luck have it, 4 years later I'm here. Last year Patrick Cantley did it. I believe he was a Jack Nicklaus Award recipient as well. So I think there's a tradition, and anytime you can put your name on that list of players that won here and just put your name on the history and of the legacy of Jack and this event and what they've done with the Children's Hospital, it's unique. So hopefully I can just do my part to just grow the game like he did, and just make it better for the future generations.
You're on mute, Michael.
I can't hear.
Michael, you're on mute.
I'm so sorry. I'll make this very brief. Did you cite the names of the relatives? Have you lost relatives to COVID, and have you cited those names?
So they did not die because of COVID, but I think they did pass away because of the mental effects of the quarantine. Both of them were in nursing homes. One of them was my mom's mom, and I'm not going to say names. It's just I don't think my family wants the attention in this sense, but it just came out earlier for me. And it was my mom's mom is the person that, when I was growing up, spent the most amount of time with me aside my parents. She taught me so many things, and I have so many memories with her. She passed away actually Wednesday of Travelers, and then yesterday is when they took her ashes to her family rest spot in Madrid. So emotional, it's the other person was my mom's aunt, still somebody we were all close with. Still, it's, again, it goes to show there's more important things in life than me accomplishing what I accomplished today. We are going through a pandemic. People are dying for whatever reason it is, and whether you believe it or not, it's going to have an effect physically or mentally on you. It did have it on me, and still does sometimes. So I hope we can get through this. I hope we can all be as safe as possible and get to life as normal as possible, as soon as possible. But throughout where we've gone, my brother had his first daughter. So new life in the family. Now I've accomplished this. I think we have a lot of reasons to enjoy the next few days.
Sorry for your loss. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, John. Congratulations. Now, for those that are still in the chat, we're going to take 5 minutes just to answer some questions in Spanish.
Ooh, late in Spain.
So go ahead, Juan, with your question, please.
Jon.
Apa, Juan. ¿Qué pasa?
Mira, la rabia, para ver esto. O sea que... Oye, Jon, por supuesto una victoria impresionante. Llevamos tiempo hablando de esto. era una situación rara, ¿no? O sea, que si, yo pienso, si hubieras tenido la oportunidad de celebrarlo con la familia, ¿no? Con tu aita, con tu ama, con los niños que siguen tus programas, ¿qué les dirías, no? ¿Cómo compartirías esto con ellos, no? O sea,
La verdad que lo único que puedo decirles sería darle las gracias a mis padres. Es así de simple. Es darles las gracias por enseñarme el camino, por enseñarme las virtudes y la disciplina para llegar a donde estoy. Así de simple. Sé que trabajaron muy duro para darme la mejor vida posible y la verdad que esa infancia que tuve en casa y todos los tiempos que he pasado han sido increíbles. No tengo nada de la que quejarme y de todos los consejos que me han dado y de todo lo que han hecho, la verdad. Lo único que podría decir es darles las gracias de verdad a todos por creer en mí, por ser mis mayores fans y por ser mi familia y por quererme por quien soy. Y es así, es simple. Pero ahí te llama, lo único que puedo decir es dar las gracias.
oye, me acuerdo de Norman hace 3 años hablábamos de tus objetivos, ¿no? Empezabas y hasta dónde ibas a llegar. Has cumplido muchos de ellos, ¿no? Y entonces, ahora empiezan nuevos objetivos. Yo sé que acabas de llegar al número 1, pero ¿cuáles son los nuevos objetivos a partir de ahora? Si tienes que ver.
No tengo ni idea. Deja que procese lo que ha pasado esta semana y ya veremos. Seguramente en algún momento la semana que viene crearé ciertos objetivos otra vez para el resto del año, pero me imagino que, conseguido lo que he conseguido, lo siguiente es un grande. Así que ojalá pueda conseguir uno de los que vienen este año.
Oye, enhorabuena, John. Nos vemos en San Francisco.
Nos vemos. Bueno, Juan.
Venga.
Okay. It doesn't look like we have any more questions, so I appreciate your time, John. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
John, oye, John, ¿te puedo hacer una pregunta?
Sí, dime. One question, one more.
John, sí, son dos realmente. Una, ¿el hecho de tener tanta ventaja en el 9 te ha podido perjudicar?
No. ¿Qué pregunta?
No.
No, si eso ayuda, que los momentos malos sean menos malos, ¿no? O sea, era consciente de que se iba a complicar el tema, era consciente de que alguien por delante pudiese que hiciese algunos birdies y se acercase, ¿no? Ryan no había jugado muy bien, pero había pegado ciertos golpes que, bueno, igual había tenido mala suerte. Y bueno, contaba con que él hiciese unos birdies, no contaba con el doble del 11, es un poco el hoyo que más me había descolocado, ¿no? Pero bueno, aún así es un campo tan difícil, en unas condiciones tan difíciles que son cosas que pasan y por eso juegas como juegas, ¿no? Por eso he jugado los 9 primeros intentando crear un liderato grande y bueno, pues por eso son 18 hoyos y gracias a Dios lo he luchado hasta el final.
Y la segunda pregunta es, tu objetivo, uno de tus objetivos cuando te hiciste profesional era ser número 1.
Uh-huh.
¿Tienes una estrategia prevista para gestionar ese puesto de número 1? ¿Lo has trabajado también o no?
No, para nada.
Joseba, no habéis estudiado el tema.
Lo hablaremos a posteriori, me imagino que la semana que viene. Soy alguien que tarda bastante en procesar los eventos, las cosas que pasan, así que dame un par de días para que analice y internalice lo que ha pasado y luego ya hablaré con Joseba para ver qué podemos hacer para gestionar. Pero sí no debería cambiar nada, ¿no? Al final, como persona no cambio, es simplemente un objetivo de un buen juego. No debería cambiar nada hacia adelante, simplemente es una consecuencia de lo bien que he jugado hasta ahora, ¿no? Así que darme un par de días para que disfrute el momento y ya hablaremos cuando pase.
De la penalidad ni hablamos.
Es lo que hay, es su decisión. Quiera o no, la acepto y ya está. No cambia nada del día de hoy. Es ahora
mejor quedarte con la felicitación de Niklas, ¿no? Por
sí,
el golpe.
La verdad que es lo primero que me ha dicho, que menudo golpazo. O sea, así es simple. Y hemos hablado sobre el tema, él me ha dado su opinión, yo le he dado la mía y ya está. Es lo que hay, es golf. Y bueno, oye, hay muchos futbolistas en España que seguro se están quejando de que el VAR les dio un penalti o un mal penalti, o seguro que hay alguien quejándose del VAR y yo me podría quejar, pero no cambia que gana el torneo y soy el número del mundo. Así que no quita nada de lo que he conseguido hasta ahora.
Enhorabuena, John.
Muchas gracias.
Gerardo, do you have a question?
Estás en silencio, Gerardo.
¿Ahora? ¿Sí?
Te oigo.
John, ¿me ves? Vale. ¿Qué valor le das a una cosa que para mí es importantísima? Tu tú hace 2 semanas no tenías previsto jugar la semana pasada, de repente dijiste, oye, tengo que trabajar porque en Arizona no voy a poder, fuiste a jugar y yo creo que ha sido una de las claves en el éxito de esta semana, ¿no? ¿O no crees que es así?
Completamente, completamente, sí. La verdad que jugar 2 semanas al mismo campo ayuda, aunque se haya jugado tan diferente, pero el hecho de estar en la misma casa, no viajar y bueno, el cambio de los lofts de los palos que hice ha hecho que me ayude el jugar al mismo sitio, el tener cierta experiencia con ciertos golpes ha hecho que bueno, vaya mejorando con el tema, ¿no? Así que gracias a Dios tomé la decisión y gracias a Dios ha salido bien.
Pues espero que te guste la portada de marca de mañana, ¿eh?
¿Estamos? ¡Vamos!
Sí.
Mi segunda, oye, esto es todo un honor, ¿eh? Para un golfista 2, bueno.
Sí.
Muchas gracias, Gerardo.
Ah, coño. Me ha ganado, tío.
Gracias.
Okay, thank you everybody for joining. We appreciate the time, John.
Thank you. Muchas gracias a todos.
Congratulations once again, Jon Rahm. What are your thoughts on the 2020 Memorial Tournament? Let me know in the comments section below, and please click on the thumbs up icon if you liked this video. Subscribing to this YouTube channel and sharing the video also helps, and don't forget to click on the notification button for this channel so you won't miss the next First 2T video.